Another beautiful day here on the Hitchhikers SMP. My name is CurtisDoesADig, and I'll be your guide to this beautiful world we have claimed as our home. Previously on the Hitchhikers SMP. We now have enough netherite blocks to make the next layer on our netherite beacon. Now I kind of want to make all the other beacons as well. Let's go ahead and make a raid farm. Welcome back, everybody. Let's go ahead and build that emerald beacon. Afterwards, we'll go ahead and get started with our main project of the day and make all of the hitchhikers extremely jealous.
Why would I be jealous of Curtis? He's not even a real hitchhiker.
Perfect. How do you feel about that, Gort?
What?
Oh yeah, super jealous.
I still don't know what he said.
I wonder if we have enough to make a diamond beacon. Let's go ahead and check our current funds and find out. So it doesn't look like we have just enough yet, but we can check the shopping district to see if we have any profits we can use for our beacon. I had no way of knowing what I was about to see. Oh, no. Boom Boom Emporium, best prices, great service. Oh no, it's a rocket shop. 1 diamond for 3 stacks. Fuzzy made his own rocket shop and he's undercutting my prices. Oh no, this is not good. And he's selling TNT. Regardless, let's go ahead and grab whatever profits we've made and see if we can have enough to make a diamond beacon. We made a few from our rocket shop. I don't know if he's making any sales in his just yet, but I've made some, so that's good. A few straggling diamonds in the iron shop, that's always good. And what about Mr. Mystic's Magical Museum of Marvelous Merchandise? Anything here? I've sold 2 stacks of blocks from here. Ooh, quite a bit of name tags, that's cool. A few ender chests. I don't know what was in here. I think it might have been beacons. Oh boy, well, this is not enough to make a diamond beacon, but it certainly helps. But this is not good. All right, if Fuzzy wants to compete, then I'll compete. I'm ready to make my gold farm. I gathered about 2 shulker boxes of magma blocks at the beginning of the season because I've already been planning on making a gold farm this season on Hitchhikers SMP. But I never got around to it. And I only gathered 2 because I was not originally going to do the design that I chose. And the design that I chose requires 8 shulker boxes of magma blocks. So I had to actually gather 6 more. So in between episodes, what I did was I built a simple magma cream farm right over here. We are in a basalt delta, and so I have this little chamber down here. We have some iron golems in the center. We also have some frogs around. I'll explain that in just a second. But basically, if I fly up to the AFK chamber, as you can see, we have a ton of magma cubes heading towards these iron golems in the center. The iron golems hit them and they die. And when magma cubes die, they actually drop magma cream, which can be used to create magma blocks. It takes 4 magma cream to make 1. So it actually took me a while to get all 6 of those shulker boxes of magma blocks. In fact, it took me so long that I was AFK up there for a whole week, to the point where Fuzzy Logic and Rusty have declared me the AF King. But joke's on them, because as you can see down here in my collection system, we actually have quite a bit of frog lights. Look at that we now have at our own disposal. But anyway, I digress. We need to find a suitable location to make this gold farm. I obviously want to do it up on the nether ceiling, but I can't do it too close to any of the other farms because then the rates of both the farms are not going to work. And I also need to make sure that it's in a nether waste biome. Otherwise, we're not going to get a whole lot of zombified piglins. In fact, depending on the biome, we might not get any at all. So we do have to be careful about where we're choosing to do this. And before you point it out, I know that Fuzzy already has a gold farm. That's the point. He made a rocket shop when I already have a rocket shop. So I'm going to make a gold farm even though he already has a gold farm. But we don't have to tell him this.
Don't have to tell me what.
Anyway, I think this is a suitable location. We're next to the gas farm, or not next to it, but a little bit of ways away, and too far away for it to have an impact on any of the farm's drop rates. But without further ado, let's get to it. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's amazing. Oh, it's spectacular. It's a gold farm. That's all it is. And I have just finished AFKing overnight, and this is what we have acquired. I'm gonna say that this is enough for a beacon. Fuzzy, you better watch out. There's a new prospector in town. Yeehaw! You know, I'll tell you what, I thought about cutting that part out like 5 times, but I think I'm gonna keep it. Don't judge me. Another thing that I found really interesting is if we actually go through this portal, we end up in this savanna biome, and I found a naturally occurring pink sheep. Where is it? It was just around here. I passed it. It is right here. I didn't dye this sheep, and I was the first person to actually come over here. So this is a naturally generated pink sheep, which I find very interesting. And if we go further this way, we're actually going to get to the kill chamber of my farm, which is right down here, and it's right next to a savanna village. And here's another cool thing about this area. I don't know if you guys knew this. I only found out about it recently from Grian. There is a really rare item that generates in savanna villages, and it is tall grass. And I don't mean tall grass as in the block, I mean tall grass as in the item. This is one of the rarest items in the game. As soon as you place it down, it loses its rarity, because there's no way we can actually get it back. So I just find it really interesting that this was the first chest I opened in the savanna biome, and that's what we got a second one. Look at us, we are doing absolutely amazing. Let's head on home and make our next beacon. All right, perfect. Now we have enough to make our next beacon. Let's go ahead and build it right here. And something I found out just a second ago is when there are other players on the server, my gold farm doesn't actually work if they're in the overworld, which is definitely not ideal. Basically what happens is if I am AFK in the nether and the zombified piglins go through, what ends up happening is if there are players in the overworld and they're a little bit out of range of those zombified piglins, they will actually despawn, which is definitely harmful to the production of this gold farm, but it is what it is. We're gonna have to figure out some sort of solution for that. Maybe what I'll do is I will pull up my alt account onto the server and I'll AFK next to the kill chamber on the alt account and then AFK at the gold farm with my normal account. But honestly, I'm not even sure what to do other than that. But here we go. Let's go ahead and throw on some speed boost like so, and perfect. Look at that. Look at all of the progress we've been making this year. Nothing could ever ruin this. 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 Yeah, I'm going to ruin this for them.